So cyber kill chain refer to the methodology that can be used or can be applied by the threat actor in order to exploit systems and cause harm to our systems. Usually, cyber attack start by recon stage. In recon stage, threat actor might do some kind of scanning, gathering some information, searching about employees' information on LinkedIn, whatever. Look for any leakage data on dark website or dark internet websites to check if someone is selling cookies information, user credentials, stolen credentials from the company that they are trying to attack. We have multiple of tools that can do the recon, and after the reconnaissance or recon, and after the threat actor managed to identify a security vulnerability or something that can be utilized in order to gain access, the threat actor go to the weaponization stage, and in the weaponization stage, threat actor will basically try to create a malware, ransomware, or create a kind of malware that can give us or give him or her what is required, what is the goal. Do I need, for example, to let's say create a ransomware? So I will evaluate or I will do a scanning against this organization, and based on this scanning, I can see that they are using, for example, Linux software or Linux operating system. So I will create a ransomware that will work on Linux. This is the weaponization. After weaponization, threat actor need to deliver the malware. So we can figure out different techniques of delivering, such as phishing email, for example. So I will send a link or a malicious office document through the exchange or through the email, and once the client or once the employee execute or open this file, a macro or a script will run, leading to exploitation of the system. After system got exploited, this is the first stage. Here, the threat actor just established a foothold, just established a presence in the system. After exploiting the system, threat actor will need to install or maintain the presence by, let's say, getting more access, elevating the level of privilege, and after then we go to the actual command and control and exfiltrating data or whatever the objective of this hack. So just to be conscious and clear about what is the information included in this slide. This slide just explain to you what is the traditional process of hacking. So threat actors usually start the hacking process by performing like scanning for the networks, evaluating and gathering information. The goal of gathering information is to figure out what is the next technique that we might use in order to gain access to the system. Or if we got access to the system, how we can do the most severe damage. One of the techniques or one of the goals of recon stage, for example, is to identify who are the key members in the organization. So this is the CEO, this is the COO, this is the CMO, this is the CHRO, and this is or she is the assistant or he is the assistant, whatever. We gathered like information about the org chart, and we can utilize this information in social engineering. This could be one of the objectives of recon stage. So recon stage does not only indicate gathering information from technical point of view, but maybe gathering information about the company itself and the structure inside the company might be one of the goals of recon stage. Because based on that, I can develop like a message or an email or a document that is related to contracting, and I know that this company is currently releasing an RFP or in the procurement stage of a new security solution. So I might create a fake offer, and in this offer, I can embed like a script, and I will send this script over the email. Once this script exploits the human vulnerability, exploit the security controls there, I will get access to the system. And after getting access, I can communicate back to my malicious URL or my command and control. If you remember when I was talking about garbage URL, which I mentioned that garbage URL can be used to control and distribute the malware. Because in the source code of the malware, I might have information that tells that whenever you reach to an endpoint, and this endpoint is running Windows 10 and the part of domain abc.com, malware solutions can, or malware can have such capability to check what is the operating system that we are currently on and what is the domain name of this computer. If you meet such criteria, communicate back with the command and control with this information. If the malicious actor found that he landed or she landed on a computer belonging to ABC or some famous bank or some big financial institution, I can send a command to this malware to start exfiltrating data, stealing data, or do whatever. So usually you need to be aware always about security vulnerabilities, such as following security newsletters, keeping up to date with regular updates from security threat intel, conduct vulnerability assessment using different vulnerability assessment tools just to keep the base and keep the track and be aware about what is existing in your environment. And when you perform proper patch management in your organization, batching the security issues in timely manner, this can help you in limiting the impact if someone managed to exploit one of your systems, and can also reduce the possibility of getting these systems impacted. So this was just like an introduction for what is the key definitions of security. We discussed what is the threat, what is the vulnerability, and what is the mean of risk, and what is the different kinds of malware, and what is the idea behind each one of it, as well as some of the security attacks and cyber attacks. Of course, this does not include all the kinds of cyber attacks, but this is just like a quick overview about what is the key concepts that you need to understand from our certification training point of view.